bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Nashville, Tennessee, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, a super middleweight champion of the world, Sweet Hands, Caleb Plant.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins now. Let's get the answers.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. We are expecting an all-action slugfest. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Jab to the body, trying to wear him down. Do you believe what we are seeing? What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
These two fighters are made for one another. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard. And there's the bell for round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Nice counter shot. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Relax. There's 1, 2, straight down.
On to the third. Got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Which fighter will say no loss? Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Do you believe what we're seeing? And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. He threw the hook, didn't land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow.
There's the bell for round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. The jab not finding its target. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Missing with the hook. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. And there's the bell for round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Punch, counter punch. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he... On to the 6th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Trying to land that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Here comes round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Catch and shoot. Couldn't land that jab. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Round 8, and we're off again. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
And he scores with the counter. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. How are they still standing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
There's a counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision.
GG.
What a